All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is 9:45 where I am, and I've already been up for a few hours. Hope everybody had a nice holiday, Thanksgiving, those who celebrated. And I hope you are enjoying your days off of work. I know I am. I waited so long for this, even though I had to work today. But it was only for 2 hours. So I'm happy. I'm doing good. Right? Callie in the house. Good morning. Dump Dogs. Yes, sir. Good morning. Geoff Cooper. Good morning. Missy May. Good morning. Just a few things I want to talk about on today's live stream. And, I'm doing these like sporadic live streams. I jump on, especially when I have a lot of time off. I'll be able to get more live streams uploaded here. So just bear with me here. All right, good morning. Wild Puma, Mr. Thomas, Marxist Thomas, Vox, good morning. Stars, good morning. Got a fake medical certificate for dog allergy, and my roommate have removed their mutts. Oh, yeah. He got a fake medical certificate for dog allergy, and his roommates have removed their mutts. That's excellent. That's good thinking. Good thinking. Lala Shopper, good morning. That is funny. Well, because you got to fight fire with fire sometimes. They will come with the fake service mutts. So we have to do what we have to do. Shout out to Missy May in the super chat this morning. Shout out to Mutt Rut. Yeah, that's smart. I like that. I like that. Yeah, we need to get more prolific at things like that. That's great. So, those of you who've been keeping up with the news, you know that there's a steady trend of dog nuttery, dog attacks, and it just does not let up. It doesn't let up. And let's get into it here, because there are a few things I want to talk about after I go over these news reports, right? Okay, let me see here.
By dogs in New Jersey have left 2 families.
Yeah, I've noticed that I don't have as much lag when I, go directly to YouTube. So if you're getting a lot of lag, please let me know. So this dogs attack 2 children. You know what? Let's save that one for last. I want to talk about this one. This one surfaced a couple days ago. Now, I talked about this in the members area, and they actually have a different type of coverage here. This is a different media outlet. That guy had a huge gash in his arm. Check this out.
Thanks for joining us tonight. A Minneapolis man says he was the victim of a brutal dog attack that he suspects was intentional. This happened while he was walking his own dog near the Hennepin Avenue Bridge yesterday. Devon Raming spoke to him about the terrifying experience. And we do want to warn you, some of the images you're about to see are graphic.
Mike Carbo and his fiancée Christina have a lot to be thankful for.
We were very, very lucky.
After being attacked by a pit bull while out on an afternoon stroll in downtown Minneapolis.
We were just doing our typical route.
Part of that walk was caught in this surveillance video, including the moment Carbo, Christina, and their 3-year-old golden retriever Luca crossed Hennepin Avenue near North 1st Street. Just moments later, the man seated here unleashes his pit bull into traffic, narrowly missing cars and heading straight for the couple's dog.
Just came up and hit the dog, and it was going right for his throat, and I knew immediately I needed to get between that dog and our dog.
Carbo says he tried fighting the dog off, and roughly 40 seconds into the chaos, the owner of the pit bull decides to intervene, seen crossing the street to help break up the situation.
The dog was latched on my arm, digging into it, while the individual was hitting me, and then he was saying, sick 'em, sick 'em.
Biting a chunk out of Carbo's arm, leaving him with nerve damage and 16 stitches.
The top of my thumb and then the side of my hand I can't feel. I had 3 layers of clothes on, and it didn't hit any major tendon or artery.
As for the pit bull,
We were told that the dog this morning was put down and brought to the University of Minnesota for rabies testing.
police say they have made contact with the suspect in this case and are actively investigating to see if a crime was committed here. And if that is the case, police say charges will be filed accordingly. In downtown Minneapolis.
Now, there are some additional details surrounding this story. Apparently, this guy, the owner of the pit bull, threatened to shoot the victim. That this guy not only walked across the street, and he waited a long time to walk across the street. He attacked the victim. This is according to the victim. He said the guy, the owner of the pit bull, came across the street, and because he was trying to get the pit bull off of his dog, the owner started to attack him. And while he was attacking him, the dog latched onto his arm. And after the melee, the owner of the pit bull threatened to shoot him if he called the police. This is all according to the victim. Whether or not that is true, I don't know. But what I will say is the body language by this pit bull owner suggests that that is exactly what happened. These pit bull owners, these are filthy, disgusting dirtbags. Disgusting, scum of the earth, primitive dirtbags. Now, watch this.
That walk was caught in this surveillance video, including the moment Carbo, Christina, and their 3-year-old golden retriever Luca crossed Hennepin Avenue near North 1st Street. Just moments later, the man seated here unleashes his pit bull into traffic, narrowly missing cars and heading.
Now, they said that he unleashed his pit bull. You know, that is a major accusation to say that someone just released it on purpose. But when you look at the film, that's exactly what it looks like. Okay, because I say that because the dog has been released right now. The dog is around right here, right now. Okay. Okay, now the dog is right here. The owner is still sitting down. The owner is still sitting down. The dog has crossed the street already. The dog is right here right now, attacking. That owner is still sitting down. He's still sitting down. The attack is underway right now.
And I knew immediately I needed to get between that dog and our dog.
Carbo says he tried fighting the dog off.
He only now gets up. He only now just stood up. Just like with that lady who walked across the street while her dogs attacked a man, this filthy, inhumane, subhuman dirtbag sat there and watched his dog attack another dog without a care in the world. Without a care in the world. It looks like he purposely released it. Because if the dog broke loose, he would have jumped up as soon as he lost control of that mutt. But he did not do that. This filthy, disgusting dirtbag sat right there after his dog broke loose. So as crazy as it may sound, it looked intentional.
Carbo says he tried fighting the dog off, and roughly 40 seconds into the chaos, the owner of the pit bull decides to intervene.
Look at how he's walking across the street right here. like he really don't care, walking up as if he's about to regulate. I'm telling you, people like this deserve to be dealt with the old-fashioned way. To have the nerve to endanger the public like that. We in this country, we need to become more aggressive. The good people need to become more aggressive. If not, these lunatics feel like they can just bully us around. Bully us around. That would not have happened if I were there. That man would have gotten a taste of his own medicine.
Crossing the street to help break up the situation.
The dog was latched on my arm, digging into it, while the individual was hitting me, and then he was saying...
See, the owner was hitting him because he was trying to get this man's pit bull off his dog.
Sick him.
Biting a chunk out of Carbo's arm, leaving him with nerve damage and 16 stitches.
The top of my thumb and then the side of my hand, I can't feel. I had a major tendon or artery.
As for the pit bull,
we were told that the dog this morning...
Okay, so this is an image of that owner, right? I want to put this filthy dirt bags image on blast. We all need to do this. Don't matter. It don't matter what country the dog nut is from, race, religion, gender. If you are a dog nut, especially a pit nut, you are a flippin' lunatic. You have to be a lunatic dirtbag to own one of these repugnant mutants. And that is just the bottom line. So yeah, crazy story right here. Welcome. Okay, a bunch of comments just popped up in here. Wild Puma in the house. Welcome. Gling in the house. Good morning. Good morning, Jupiter. Mutt Slayer. I like that name. Mutt Slayer in the building. Yes, Devin Lester in the building. Annabelle in the building. Richard Monroe. What is going on in here? Now, yeah, crazy story. Crazy story right there. Now, check this out. Check this out. And trust me, I have no criticism. No criticism whatsoever. I'm not saying yay or nay. But watch this and you judge for yourself.
11 tonight, a warning for all pet owners after a South Charlotte family's dog nearly died after a deer attacked it.
Before we show you this, we just want to give you a heads up that some of you might find this disturbing. So here's that video. All of this, of course, as we just said, all caught on camera. So you can see there's a buck darting across the backyard and then attacking the family's pet with its antlers.
Yeah, the owner spoke with WCNC Charlotte's Hunter Science. He has an update on how that dog is doing tonight.
Yeah, he also shares who scared the deer away, likely saving the dog's life.
We didn't expect it.
This security camera video shows the moment Roger Hunter's golden doodle, Finn, was attacked in his own backyard.
This all happened so fast.
Seconds before, you can see a buck barreling across the backyard, then pummeling the 3-year-old dog over and over again, his antlers puncturing the pup repeatedly.
Hit him about 4 different times, pinning him against the fence each time.
Then Hunter's wife can be seen running into the backyard, scaring the deer away by waving a towel, rescuing her dog just in time.
The damage was done. He was beat up. It was very traumatic for her and the dog.
They rushed Finn off to Sharon Lakes Animal Hospital off South Boulevard in South Charlotte. Doctors there told the Hunters Finn suffered a collapsed lung and multiple puncture wounds all over.
Probably 7 or so, which were pretty deep.
Roger says it all started after Finn chased a doe out of the backyard, the buck likely defending its mate during the rut or mating season.
It is very surprising.
Okay. So this is another example, in my opinion, of how other natural animals on this planet, they know how dangerous dogs are. even the herbivores, and they don't take any chances, right? This was a buck. And like that other deer attack on a dog, it went over to the location of the dog, right? Y'all remember that other deer traveled like a block to attack that dog. Classic. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is right here. Many of you, I know most of you, if not all of you, remember this video. Okay, so this mother actually lost her fawn. Okay, and she found it. Now, interestingly, the deer is not really threatened by the cat, even though the cat is a predator. And the cat had not yet attacked the fawn. Okay? So the cat is right there, right beside him. And the mother is not worried at all. The mother is only worried about the dog that is an entire block away. Look at this. Look at this. Why? Why the dog and not the cat? Why the dog and not the cat? This is the norm. The natural animals of this planet, they don't trust dogs. They don't trust them. Okay? And they will do whatever they have to do, everything within their power to protect their young from dogs. Dogs have a pattern of attacking not only humans for no reason. They attack everything, every living organism for absolutely no reason at all. No reason at all. So it is so embarrassing to see the most intelligent organisms on this planet do the exact opposite of what natural animals do when they see a dog. And it is because humans invite dogs into their homes, into their territories. That is the reason why millions, literally millions of children are attacked every year. Thousands attacked every single day. Right, we'll get deeper into that. So, yeah, history is replete with examples of natural animals clearly not trusting dogs, whereas they will trust other natural animals on this planet. Another story surfaced a couple days ago, November 24th. Dogs attacked 2 children in separate incidents in Edison. I believe this is New Jersey. Check this out.
2 frightening attacks by dogs in New Jersey have left 2 families shaken, and one of these incidents was caught on camera. CBS 2's Meg Baker has more tonight from Edison.
This is surveillance video taken from across the street from Swales Park in Edison. 13-year-old Landon Cruz can be seen dodging 2 dogs, then sprinting away, falling to the ground as one dog bites his leg.
When he came in the house, he was completely in shock. He fell to the floor. He fractured his wrist. He said that he didn't hurt his head, but then when I finally got the footage, I see that he did hit his head or maybe neck.
At urgent care, the Cruzes met another family there for an attack by those same dogs. 9-year-old Nasir Emery was outside his home with his cousin.
We were just throwing the ball to each other, and I just saw that dog just running up to me.
In this doorbell video, you can see his cousin get help from a family member. Then you hear Nasir's screams.
Because of his sweatshirt being so thick, the dog wasn't able to kind of penetrate through the sweatshirt.
My main concern is trying to get these dogs off the street.
The families say these are the two pit bulls. The owner had posted on Facebook saying the dogs got out of the yard. Cruz says someone in a silver car picked the dogs up.
And that's what's so upsetting, that adults could see a dog attack someone and not check to see if they were okay. It would have went such a long way if they would have followed him home to come to me and say, this happened, we are so sorry, but we just wanted to make sure he was safe. But to leave him in the park, he was so scared.
Police say the dog owners could face multiple ordinance violations.
Possibly dog at large, once the investigation continues to see if in fact the dogs are fully vaccinated, also how they were kept and how they may have escaped.
The deputy chief of police reminds people to keep dogs on leash and secure their residences. Others in the area say these same dogs have gotten out before and that kids should be able to play safely outside without this threat.
Of course. As always. You know, it's disappointing to see these law enforcement officers, these journalists, pretend like this is not a pattern. They treat each case as, you know, an isolated incident. This is a pattern. And the only solution is to ban all dogs. Ban them all. So, as always, as soon as these mutants break free, the first thing they do is look for someone to attack. These things are a public safety hazard. That has been proven. And each day, the fact that they are a safety hazard gets substantiated, validated by the mutants themselves. Because they simply cannot stop attacking people. And yes, all dogs attack. Now this is another story. What was this?
Attention now to a Thanksgiving tragedy that happened on Savannah's south side. A dog attack at the Wilshire Estates on Wilshire Boulevard and Pasadena Drive late this morning has left 2 people seriously hurt. Our Brooke Butler witnessed the aftermath of it all. And Brooke, tell us what you saw.
Well, Greg, the dog that attacked those 2 people was shot and killed by a police officer. And when I got here, that dog was still lying lifeless in the middle of the road behind me here.
At around 11:30 Thanksgiving morning.
Okay. Now, I don't know what she meant by pointing that out, but it sounded almost as if she wanted people to feel sorry for the dog. That's a negative.
Savannah police say a dog became aggressive and began attacking people on the corner of Wilshire Boulevard and Pasadena Drive. One of the victims, the dog's owner. We're told when police arrived on scene, the dog was still charging at people. When it turned and charged at an officer, that officer was forced to shoot. At this point, it's unclear what led to the dog, confirmed to be a pit bull, to attack. But we overheard one neighbor...
Unclear what led to the dog attacking. Here we go again, as always. Crazy.
Thanking police for responding, telling them they're glad it wasn't worse.
Brooke, will the owner face any charges because of this?
Greg, I asked police that same question. They told me at this point it's not clear. And again, that owner was seriously hurt in today's attack.
The owner was attacked as well. And that should not make any difference whether or not the owner should be held responsible. Of course, they should be held responsible. But this pattern can't continue of only reacting. When you know that attacks are going to happen, you take preventative measures. So this mutt was just attacking everybody. Everybody that it could see. And these people have the nerve to say that it's unclear exactly what led up to the attack. Nothing ever leads up to it. These are brainless, bloodthirsty predators that will attack at any given moment. They are ticking time bombs. Stop with this stupidity of thinking that, oh, something must have set it off. Oh, we don't know what upset the dog. Lord, this is the most embarrassing part of every dog attack. How these people come out with this stupidity. Let's stop it. Yes, they should go to prison. All these people should go to prison, and dogs should be banned. These things should be banned. There's no way around it. Every story confirms the need to ban these things, and at the very least, bully breeds. Pretty much every story I just covered, every story I cover on almost every video, it is a pit bull, it is a bully breed. And these pit nutters still have the nerve to say that bully breeds are no different from any other dog, and trying to project the idea that other dogs actually more dangerous. Right? We all know better. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know what? You gotta really be aggressive with these bully breeds and their owners. You have to let them know up front you're not playing any games, and that as soon as that mutt breaks free and comes at you, you know, you want the owners to know that you're going to defend yourself and be within your rights to do so. Right? Crazy stuff. Now, let me segue into the topic of this live stream. All dogs bite. All dogs bite. Now, it may not literally be every single dog. Maybe some dogs during their lifetime never bite anyone. But I think that's highly unlikely. That is highly unlikely in my opinion. Now, there are said to be 75, 80 million dogs in the United States alone. Between 75 and 80 million. And the average lifespan of a dog is between 10 and 13 years. Okay? Now, when you look at the statistics, they are mind-boggling. They are truly mind-boggling. The statistics for children alone are mind-boggling. Every day, you're talking about nearly 7,000. Every day, nearly 7,000 children are bitten. And that is an attack. Every single day. Children alone. Over 1,000 need emergency care treatment every single day. Around 41 need reconstructive surgery. Children alone every single day. I shared this diagram or this photo with you all, and it really helps to drive home my point. Like I said, it often helps to have a visual aid. And this one is extreme because there's only half of number of victims. Emergency attention needed. Okay? It's over 1,000 children alone. We're just talking about children right here. In a single day, you have to multiply the number of red dots you see here by 2. This is only half the number of children who need emergency care treatment every single day. So really, dogs function as a permanent sort of disease, right, that infects everybody in the population. This is horrible. Like I said, we have no idea the full extent of the impact, negative impact dogs have on us. It's not just safety, it's also our health. But this is ridiculous. You telling me in a single day, I not only have to, accept that this many children get attacked and need emergency care treatment. You telling me I have to also double these dots? This is only half, and you're talking about a single day? Not simply just bites. No, emergency care treatment needed. Mind-boggling statistics. Now, the big problem with this, the big problem with 5 million dog bites occurring every day is that is only 1 year. The average dog lives 10 to 13 years. If only 1 in 3 to 4 are reported, that means every year the actual number is between 15 and 20 million in a single year. Now let's go with 15 million 1 year. That means in 2 years, 30 million, 3, 55 million, right? 4 years, 70 million. 5 years, 85 million. That means in 5 years, every single dog in this country could have very well bitten someone. You see what I'm saying? Even if you go by 5 million, 5 million is just the number that's reported. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. That means even if you go by 5 million, 15 years, you have 75 million. And that's the total number of dogs in the country. So virtually every dog in this country bites someone at some point in its life. If you have 50% of all kids in this country will be bitten before their 13th birthday, that is telling. It's telling. These things are a permanent safety hazard. And this is a pandemic. In and of itself, this is a pandemic. And it's very important to keep in mind that the majority of dog bites go unreported. They don't want anyone to know. That there's a social media, where was that? That woman who was killed, right, not long ago, who was killed in her backyard. She showed a photo on her social media of bruises that was given to her by her dog. Almost every dog nut I've met, they have a dog bite somewhere on their body where they were bitten by their own dog. This is what we need to pay attention to. They want to come with this nonsense. No, you raise it with love. My dog is never. It is utter nonsense. Virtually every dog will bite. These things are more dangerous than we have discussed them to be in all actuality. Right? Norwegian dog hater in the house. Shout out to you. Luis Ferreira in the building. Moochie in the building. So this is serious. And I'm not going to, let up on these dog nuts. This is outrageous. Now, what's even worse, many of you heard about what happened in Waukesha, right? I guess somebody barreled through a crowd of people during a parade. And I think like 6 people were killed. Right? Let me see if I can pull something up on that. So I can give you, what is it? Waukesha, Wisconsin. Parade. And I'm pretty sure most people have heard about it, but here, let me show a news coverage for those who might not be aware of what I'm talking about here. Very, very hazardous, very dangerous situation here. Are you all able to see? Here, I'm sorry about that. Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, this guy in an SUV just plowed through a crowd of people in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Multiple people were killed. Okay, this happened like less than a week ago. This video surfaced November 22nd, NBC News. This person right here in this issue just plowed and killed, I think 6 people died. Horrible, horrible situation, right? I mean, this is horrible. This is as bad as it gets. Do you know that these filthy dog nuts saw this as an opportunity to push dogs? Can you believe that? Canine Comfort Dog Team headed to Waukesha to help those impacted by Christmas parade attack. Can you believe that? This story just surfaced today. People, I'm still trying to keep my nerves down. Still trying. And it really shows that these people have absolutely no humanity left in their body whatsoever. They saw this incident as an opportunity to push mutts. Yes, your eyes don't deceive you. Orc wrench in the building. What is this? Yes. And check out what she said. She said, the dogs are just doing their jobs in essence. That's what they're trained to do, to bring this calmness to people's lives. Some people find it hard to share their emotions with others following tragedies, which is why comfort dogs are also there to listen and show affection when needed. Yes, yes, yes. These dog nuts make it easy for people like me, to call out their brainlessness. As I've said multiple times, as I've proven, dogs don't show affection. They are not affectionate creatures. They don't know what affection is. They are simply doing what they were trained to do for food. That is the ultimate insult. and you're going to bring these things and push them onto the victims, family members of the victims. You're going to push. You see this as just an opportunity to push dogs. You are disgusting. And can you believe it? These people are, this is Lutheran Church Charities Comfort Dogs. Okay, so this is being led by a church. You would expect these people to have the highest morals of all. No, they saw this and they thought, dogs. Let's get some dogs to them. No other animal, just dogs. Right? Even though a rabbit or some other animal is not dangerous. The less dangerous the therapy dog is, the better results you're going to get if they want to rub on them. No, these dog nuts don't experiment with other animals. They don't try a multitude of ways to comfort people. I went over that in another video. There is a long list of things you can do to help reduce people's stress and anxiety levels. But they only want to use dogs because this is nothing but dog propaganda, where these people want to push dogs on the people and they don't care what has happened to you, what the situation may be. They don't care if you lost a loved one, if they were just recently killed. People recently killed. And you want to, your first thought is to, now let's brainwash people to love dogs. Let's get people to view dogs in a more positive light. Unbelievable. I cannot wait for the day when these dog nuts try to pull this on an anti-dog person, right? And they get put in check right there on the spot. Now, with that story in mind, I want to show you something here. With that story in mind, I want to show you something. This is a YouTuber, a fairly popular YouTuber. I want y'all to check this out. Here, let me share my screen here. Okay. Okay.
Hopefully by the time we get back, he has calmed down and, you know, so on and so forth.
Okay. So you see the title. I adopted a rescue dog and it's been tough. Regret rehoming him? Listen to it.
By the time we came back, it was like at least a good hour, hour and a half afterwards. This guy was soaked and his tongue was like...
She's saying her dog experiences separation anxiety.
All the way down to the floor. And also
in other words, separation anxiety is nothing but dogs believing that their source of food has left them, abandoned them.
All wet, his paws are all wet. Separation anxiety, one of the things is like self-harm, and that was like he was licking himself so excessively that he could be eventually creating some damage. So
the dog could damage itself because it licks its lips so much when they experience anxiety. What a deformed, deranged mutant that is. That's almost, that is embarrassing. Got a bunch of ads here. 1 second. Right. Keep in mind, this is the creature that they project as the source of calmness, as the solution to stress and anxiety. Dogs are being pushed by these dog nuts as a solution to stress and anxiety.
It's like I was very careful in terms of like leaving him, and we would go running, and I mean we were already going running, but I was making sure that like if I were to leave him, like we had to go out for a walk, and then immediately I would have to like leave him like a good 15 to 30 minutes afterwards, because if not I feel like his energy is completely replenished and then he's going to be be destructive or something. Things started escalating. Like, yes, he was still pulling a lot, and I tried all the different kinds of harnesses and everything, and it was just not working because he was still pulling so freaking much. The dog aggression, it was like there. He would get like super excited and, maybe bark, but it wasn't like such a big deal. But the biggest deal was separation anxiety, and it started getting to the point where it was just too much. I went out for an event, and when I came back home, the house was a mess. This dog,
the house was a mess.
Despite me leaving him, had never like pooped or peed or anything inside the house because he's potty trained to go outside. But this time, he ended up getting into the cabinets, getting into his food. There's food everywhere. Everything is just fucking thrown around. And then at one point, I go upstairs and I see that he pooped on my rug, and I was like, oh my god, he has never done this before. Things are now starting to escalate. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this. Granted, not to say that we didn't have good times, we did, but the amount of stress that I had when I would come home and like see that. Also, this dog was stressed. This dog was in distress. He was anxious, and it just made me feel shitty all the way around.
No, it's just the brain damaged mutant. Stop with this stressed and all this. It's a brain damaged mutant that flips out when it thinks that the source of food has abandoned it. That's it.
Not only that, this dog was scratching my doors. So the fact that now the door frame is...
Look, just destroying things. That's all they're good for. Is contaminating everything around them and destroying everything around them.
It's messed up. He even bit my door handle, so now the door handle has bite marks on it, and I was like, crap, I'm gonna have to pay for that, like when I leave my apartment. On the upside, he wasn't like destroying my things, except for said alpaca. I almost felt like, destroy my things, don't destroy my house, because my things I can replace. This house, that's gonna be a lot more expensive. The leash pulling was definitely a thing also.
So leash pulling, separation anxiety, she actually broke down. Look at how the dog, just owning the dog, caused this woman to break down.
And I was like, hey, that's what I want to do. During the time I was working with the first trainer, actually the day that I hit 100,000 on YouTube, a milestone I've been wanting to hit for such a long time, and I've been working so hard towards it. That day that Albie had like completely destroyed my house. I knew that having a dog was going to be like a really big responsibility, clearly. But
look at this emotionally distraught woman. She is having a complete emotional breakdown. All because of this dog that she owns. That these people are projecting as the solution to stress and anxiety.
My dog has for me, I think, like severe separation anxiety. What the fuck did I do? Today has been a roller coaster of emotions, but I finally hit 100,000 on YouTube.
This woman is losing her flipping mind. This worthless mutt has caused this woman to lose her flipping mind. Jonathan Payne in the house. Handsome bastard in the house. Rax in the house. What in the world? Right? This is reality right here. This is reality, dog nuts. Y'all deal with this type of stuff at home. Then you see a tragedy like we saw in Waukesha. Oh, let's get the dogs up there. Even though these things drive you crazy at home.
Dude, I honestly felt like I would have been way more excited, but given the circumstances and my stress levels, this is what we got. It was honestly getting so much. I remember I had like called up the trainer and I was like, please, if there's anything that you can help me with like right now today, like is there any tips? Is there any like
This is common. This is common. And the nerve of these people to project dogs as easier to deal with than kids. Are you kidding? These people, you look online, you see there is a great number of dog nuts losing their mind, don't know what to do. Always looking for the next solution. Oh, I'm having this problem with my dog. What do I do? What do I do about this? What do I do about that? And at the same time, they project dogs as being a lot more easier to deal with than kids. Stop. Stop. Yeah, exactly. No matter in your life is going to bring any value. People have asked this very same question, reply saying love. I don't want to love. But yeah, and it's so imaginary. Like I made the live stream titled Imaginary Dog. It's all imaginary. Just like with this woman in this article. It's ridiculous. And it's good that, an article like that surfaced shortly after I made a live stream about it, because it just verified what I had been saying. How this love and every other benefit that they give dogs credit for is imaginary. It's imaginary. Here she's talking about the dogs are just doing their jobs. That's what they're trained to do, to bring this calmness in people's lives. Some people find it hard to share emotions with other people following tragedies, which is why comfort dogs are also there to listen. That is imaginary. Dogs don't listen to us. They don't understand language. They don't show affection. As I've shown, all they do is come around and stand there, look around, looking stupid. To show affection, you have to initiate something. You have to go up to someone and hug them, put your arms around them. You rub on them, try to comfort them with touch. Dogs can't even do that. There is no example that you can give of a dog showing affection. It is completely imaginary. And these people, I cannot believe how long they've gone without being called out for this level of stupidity, right? It feels so good. It feels so good to put these people on blast. And I'm telling you, I wish I was doing this full time. I'm telling you, I would put out a lot more content. And every time I have free time, like I have now, you're going to see more content. This should have been going on a long time ago. My friends. Yeah, they kill me with this narrative that dogs actually do something. No, they do nothing but destroy. As Morpheus Christos pointed out, I think yesterday. And after I read this, a whole live stream just hit me. That happens sometimes. I can read one post by a follower and I can think of a whole live stream just off that one post. And this was one of them. He said, dogs have no business being in the natural world. All they do is defile and destroy everything around them. Whether it be with their urine, with their excrement, with barking, violating people's personal space, destroying things, biting all over everything, like you saw with this woman who had a nervous breakdown, contaminating our water, attacking people, terrorizing communities, literally destroying plant life with their urine, right? Infesting our soil with parasites that can live for over a year in the soil. All these things do is defile and destroy everything around them. And these same creatures are projected as the most valuable organisms on this planet by these dog nuts? I don't think so. That is not going to happen on my watch. And there needs to be multiple movements within this crusade. Multiple movements. Somebody else left a comment, and you could, write a book on some of these comments. Said, ban and exterminate all dogs for public health and safety. Not one more child. Where is that movement? Where are the not one more child shirts? That's what we need. Not one hashtag, not one more child. There's no excuse in a society full of responsible adults to not get behind a slogan like that, a statement like that. Who has the nerve to object to that? We should do whatever we have to do to make sure that not one more child gets torn to pieces, mutilated, permanently disfigured, or killed. Anything less than the complete extermination of these dangerous mutants is subhumanity. It is insanity, irresponsibility. It is child sacrifice. And it's not on a subconscious level. It is overt. Anything less is the adults of the situation volunteering their kid's life so that they can have dogs in the society. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to get into contact with this church, and I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. I have the name of the church. I have a name, period. Matter of fact, let me highlight this. And I'm gonna do my best to put pressure on these lunatics. It is Lutheran Church Charities, Waukesha. And the guy's name is Gary Killinger, or whatever. Yes, these people need to hear from people like us. They need to, right? They need to have a moment of pause. Because I believe some of these people, these dog nuts who do stuff like this, they're almost like operating on the brainwashery. A lot of things are subconscious. This is what we have to do. Oh, let's get the dogs down there. These people are paid a lot of money. Can you imagine some of these organizations, how much funding they're getting from the dog lobbyists and these people from the top? They're actually putting together many of these organizations. These very extreme wealthy people, I believe, are putting some of these organizations together where they want to usher dogs out as therapy dogs and comfort dogs to hospitals, schools, libraries. The idea is to build their wealth by, recruiting as many more dog lovers as possible. Maybe trying to convert people, as many people as possible. This is propaganda. This is an agenda. And they don't care about anybody's health or safety. Right? Do not let this go down. Yes. And I actually went over the verses in the Bible that speaks against dogs. I believe it's titled What the Bible Says About Dogs. I did a whole channel and I went through each verse, each scripture in the Bible The Bible has nothing but negative things to say about dogs. Nothing but negative. They are viewed as the worst, the filthiest scum of the earth. And really, you find that same narrative throughout all old scripts, manuscripts. There is nothing positive said about these things whatsoever, which further lets you know that this dog nuttery we see today is very, very new. It's very, very recent. All right, shout out to Matt in the building, DB Cooper in the building, Dogs Are Garbage, aka Ashley in the building, Nutmeg in the building, AJ in the building. So yeah, I'm going to get in contact with this church, with this man, and I'm not going to ask for a response. I'm simply going to lay it out for them. You know, this has to stop. These people who have lost a loved one in Waukesha, Wisconsin, some of these people may not be dog people. And you are out of line to simply push dogs onto people without their consent. You are out of line. These people, these organizations need to understand that. And, you know, what they really need to do is try to look more concerned about the people than they are about the dogs. See, the fact that they only use dogs as a solution for stress and anxiety, they confess. By doing that, they confess that it's actually about dogs. They have no concern whatsoever for the people. Because like I said, if they had concern for the people, they would try to maximize their ability to bring comfort to the people by using a wide variety of solutions. They would bring many different types of animals. They would use different herbs, right? CBD, right? I showed a list in another video. They would use everything they could get their hands on to try to offer to the victims, to the people, to people suffering from stress and anxiety. That would be a true sign of a people whose concern is for the people. The fact that they only use dogs lets you know it's all about the dogs. They don't give a damn about the people. And they are going to be exposed on this channel constantly. Right? Okay. My Matt block. Who is Matt? Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, we had a dog nut in the building. Yeah. Dog nuts, hey, come on in here if you want to. You're not going to survive. You're not going to survive. Yeah, hate is a natural feeling. Hate is good as long as you hate the right things. See, these people, they try to project this idea that hate is bad no matter what. Well, if it was so bad, we wouldn't be able to feel hate. It is necessary for us to hate evil. If you don't hate evil, do you know what type of world that would create? And that's what these people try to create, a world full of people who turn their eye away from evil, turn a blind eye to evil. No, it's not going to happen here. I hate dogs because dogs are evil. These are evil creatures. That girl who had her face bitten off, what did she do to deserve being attacked? When all she did was rub on that dog's head, telling it it's a good boy. She looks away, look back, the dog jumps and clamps down on her face, bites her lip off. That is the behavior of an evil creature. An evil creature. And there is nothing that dogs do that suggests that they're not evil. Right? Everything else that they do is destructive as well. If it's not destructive, they're simply leeching off humans. Eat, 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 eat. Steal, steal, eat, eat. Urinate, defecate, attack, sleep, eat, urinate, defecate, bark, threaten, attack. This is literally all these things do. And these dog nuts can't give you an example of anything else that they do. Their behavior says it all. If you can't find an example for me of dogs being wonderful based on their behavior, you don't have a case. There's nothing that we have to talk about. I want to deal, whenever I deal with these mutants, I'm strictly dealing with their behavior and the records, the reputation that they themselves create. And that is a reputation of destruction. Destruction of our physical bodies and a destruction of our health. Dogs destroy humans from the inside out. From the inside out. Before people are actually physically attacked by a dog, they have already been attacked by the dog internally, because there is literally dog excrement floating around in the air outside. Floating around in the air in every building in the country. If these things are so toxic that they contaminate the air outside, you better believe the air inside of Kroger's is contaminated, grocery stores, corner stores, gas stations. The air inside of everywhere we go is contaminated with dog excrement. Both microscopic and actual traces of fecal matter. According to the experts, dog fecal matter. So before anybody is attacked physically, they've already been attacked internally by these things. These things are the embodiment of demons, bar none. Now, as you all know, the dog nuttery does not stop. I'm going to come back later on. We are going to have another church session of dog hatery up in here. Don't let anybody try to tell you something's wrong with you for hating evil creatures like this. Yes, you better believe I hate child predators. What are you talking about? Oh, you're not supposed to hate. These people are out of their flipping minds. You don't even have to engage these people at this point. They don't even deserve to get a response from people like us. Seriously, and that's sad. And I'm not a pompous person like that. But when you defile your existence the way these dog nuts do, you become an insult to this planet. Yeah, you deserve every negative treatment you get from decent people. So big shout out to all of you. Early in the morning, surprised so many people was able to join. I hope you join me later on tonight as we continue with this crusade against these worthless mutants and their enabling owners.